Jace Denman here for Flag Family Media. I'm here with defensive back Jake Bettcher from the MSUM Dragons. Jake, how you doing today? And just to kind of start things off, what can you take away from last weekend's game against the Augustana Vikings?
Feeling good going into this week, but last week, it was a tough loss just because, you're playing a better team and you want to come out with the win. But as you were saying earlier, the moral victories, it's kind of hard, even though when you don't get the win, it's hard to look at it about the positive things that we did. But there was a lot of positive things, we just didn't have enough. But
did you guys make any type of adjustments at halftime? Because the defense came out in the second half. You gave it 3 touchdowns in the first half. The only touchdown that they got in the second half was a kickoff return. You guys played some really stout defense, only gave up 1 field goal, made 2 big defensive stops, highlighted by your interception in the end zone. So what was the difference between the first half and the second half for you guys?
I think it was just we're making them earn it all the way down the field, and we did the first half. It really came down to 2 plays at the end of the game, like the kickoff return and that first offensive drive that, it happens, but making them earn it, and I think we just started getting the turnovers that we usually do.
So when it comes to this point in the season going forward, how can you, as a defensive player, kind of not necessarily make some change, but how can you guys continue to force turnovers? Because when you win the turnover battle, that's going to give you guys a really good chance to pull off a victory. So how can you keep forcing those turnovers going forward?
I think it just every day coming to practice, we do it in practice every single week. Just transitioning to the field and making plays when it presents itself. So,
when we look at this defense, and we know you guys have to go against one of the top offenses in the conference, and we've asked a lot of the different defensive players so far this season about it. How does going against that offense day in and day out of practice, how does that make you guys better over there on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, I think, you have Jack Shan, who can throw it anywhere on the field whenever he wants, and I think it puts into perspective you have to be in the right spot, get there at the right time kind of thing, a lot more than we have in the past, and it helps because you have to be more sound with your footwork and all that stuff, tackling all that stuff. So.
When it comes to this weekend, you got a game against Northern State. You get it at home here at MSUM Stadium. How important is this win this weekend against a Northern State team?
I last year lost to them, and any loss hurts, but it's kind of last year was it burned a little more just because of the timing of it, and I think this year's another timing game that to get a win, go positive, and continue forward for that. So it's just a start of another win streak for us, kind of thing.
I like to ask all the guys when I get a chance to talk to them for the first time, what's it like for you as a defensive player playing here at home with that crowd noise behind you, the NEMSIC noise? Does that influence your game? Does it kind of fire you up a little bit more to play defense out here?
It definitely does, after the play, but when the play is going, I don't really hear much, so it's kind of just go like that, and then after you realize there's a lot of people around, it's exciting that all the support we get here at NEMSIC. So
you're always just trying to do your assignments and listen to the coaches, right? That's a good sign, right?
Yeah.
We'll make sure the coaches see this video, obviously, of course. Last thing, is there anything specific that you really feel that this team needs to do this weekend to come out with the victory? A lot of times you hear the cliches, all 3 phases, etc. But what's going to be key to beating Northern State this weekend?
Yeah, cliche. It's going to be putting the pieces together, just really not letting the explosive plays, because they are an explosive offense, and we have sound defense, and just making sure they don't beat us over the top and playing smart with that. So I think that's really all we need to do, kind of thing. So.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Jake, I want to thank you for a moment of your time and speaking with us here. Good luck this weekend. And this is Jace Denman for Flag Family Media. We'll see you soon.